Hey, everybody. I didn't know I was going to be here first, but hey, welcome to the Lavalais and Ella live show. I am your host, Ella, and my co host, Lavalais, is off for a minute. I think he just took a stroll. He'll be back in a second. But welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. Everybody that's watching, such a pleasure to be here and to chit chat with you today about our experiences at the Chicago African Arts Festival. We're going to get back to that a little bit later, but hey, love to say hello to anybody that is checking out the show. Make sure you follow us and click that notification bell and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you also check out our website, blackartistmarketplace.com. We're also on YouTube. If you're following us on YouTube, hey YouTubers, hey everybody. If you're watching us on Facebook, hi to you too. And I must just say hello to all the people in Chicago last weekend that mentioned the show, that said that they were watching. I really, really appreciate that, all the love that was given to myself personally, and I know Lavalais received it as well. So thank you guys. Thank you. Please check in. I'm going to say hey to Rena. Hey Rena, thanks for checking in. Nice to see you. Nice to give a shout out to anybody that wants to say hi in the chat. I will respond as best I can. All right, as I'm waiting for Lavalais to come back into the room with me, any birthdays? I think we're in Virgo season. I have a couple of nephews. I want to give a shout out to them. It is their birthday on the 3rd and the 13th of September. So, hey guys, happy birthday to the two of you. And any other Virgos, please let me know. I'm happy to say your name and give you a shout out. It's September, it's Virgo time. All right. Okay. I don't know when the Lavalais is coming back, but I'm just going to keep it rolling and move on with the show. I just got a message that Lavalais has lost power in Louisiana. I know they've been having some problems with storms there. So while we work to get him back on the show, I'm just going to move on ahead and talk about Chicago. Hey, Teresa, got a nice comment from Teresa saying that it was good to see Lavalais. A pleasure to have you there at the Chicago show, and wasn't it hot? I'm talking about the Chicago African Arts Festival Labor Day weekend. 4 very hot and dusty days. Super hot for Chicago, and I think it was a bit overwhelming for some of the customers out there to shop with us because very, very hot. Initially, the show started off with a big bang. Friday was awesome. Friday, of course, was a free day to get into the show, and it made it so busy. We had a lot of first-timers there as well. A lot of first-timers who were new to some of the artists in there, which was interesting to see. Normally you get the same people coming every year, coming and looking for their favorite artists and supporting. And this year, I guess because it was free on Friday, you got a lot of newcomers coming in, checking us out. Not quite sure about us because I think some people had a little bit of sticker shock because you've got the artists, the handcrafted artists, intermingled with the buy and resell vendors. So it can be a little bit difficult to work out, okay, there's $5 bags over here and there's $200 earrings right next door. So hard to navigate, I think, sometimes for the customer coming to an event like that and not knowing that we as artists who handcraft our work are intermingled in there with all the buy resell vendors. So that could have been a bit difficult for some of the handcrafted artists out there. Each day had its pros and cons. Like I said, the weather was a big factor. Friday was free, Saturday and Sunday super hot, and then we had entertainment on Monday, which was good. We had Cameo perform, we had Dee Alexander from Chicago. She performed as well, which drew out a nice crowd. I have to say, for me, the event was equal to last year for me. Definitely equal. I know some people did not enjoy the event as much as I did, but just to summarize, if you're an artist with middle to high-end pieces, you may want to consider the type of festival it is. It brings out quite a nice crowd, but people are also looking for the cheaper items, which is the buy resell, which are from, a lot of the vendors are from Africa. You've got African vendors from Ghana and Senegal bringing their wares in, and then you also have people who are not only local but people who travel a lot, such as myself and Lavalais, who are bringing handcrafted pieces which are on the higher end. So artists that want to consider doing this for next year, just think about having something for everybody, let's say. Yeah, having something for everybody, not just keeping it at a high-end price. Have some of those lower end prices if you can, if it's in your repertoire, if you would like to put that forth at this kind of show. Again, we did deal a lot with the heat. I must say, if I was a customer walking around that show, I would have found it very hard to think about what to buy and to try on things, because it was incredibly hot for 4 days of heat, and it's very dusty out there. It's in a park, Washington Park, and the dust that comes up with all the dryness, and there's been no rain, definitely is in the air. One bad thing for me as an artist is coming home, everything is covered in dust, everything. So I'm going to be spending the next few days cleaning everything, bringing everything back to its pristine condition. So that can be a little bit difficult. I've got a whole list of notes here for the show, pros and cons. You know, one little thing I have to say, that I wish that the African Arts Festival would do a little bit better with their checking in and setup. They've been doing this for over 30 years, and all they just need to do is have 2 or 3 people out at the gate checking in every artist as they arrive to keep it moving, because every year we are waiting outside 2 or 3 hours to get in. So if they just tweaked that and changed it a little bit, have the people that are checking in the artists right at the gate, right there, check each person as they come up in their vehicles, it would make life so much easier, and it would be very smooth, very smooth way of checking in, and then it, you know, keeps it artist friendly. The artists are happier, let's say, like they've been treated well on day one. So any comments, please, guys? Any comments from the people that went to the event? I'd love to hear your perspective. That's a little bit of my perspective. Unfortunately, Lavalais is not here. He's having issues with power. Maybe they had a power outage in Louisiana right before we came on, so it's just myself at the moment. Okay, anybody that went to the festival, I would love to hear from you and hear from your perspective. If you're an artist or if you are a customer, did you go particularly for a specific artist? Did you find what you wanted? How could the show do better? How could we do better as artists? I had a interesting comment on my timeline. A customer saying that I didn't give her the attention that she would have liked to have had. Please be aware, we are out there for 12, 14 hours a day in the heat. We're out there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning setting up. So to that particular person who wasn't happy, my apologies, but also remember we're out there a very long time, and we try to be kind and nice to every single customer that is out there. And also, please don't abuse the artists. Some artists stayed up till 4 a.m. producing beautiful work to bring to the show, to showcase to everybody. Some artists drove 10, 15 hours to the event, set up, and that's all the behind the scenes that you don't see. So we can look good for all of you. So be kind to you. Please be kind to us. We do our best. We really do. As you can see, Lavalais has commented in the chat that his electric is off. There's a storm in Louisiana. I don't know which way it's moving, whether it's moving up this way to Pennsylvania or not. But unfortunately, it seems like he won't be able to be on the live this evening. And because of that, it might be a condensed show for sure, because we're not showing any work tonight. We really were just talking about the show that we last did, which is the Chicago African Arts Festival. So thank you for Teresa. Teresa put a comment up. She said she's happy that Chicago gave a free day, and thank God it wasn't raining. Yeah, I don't think it's rained in years in my memory, and I've been going since '97. I don't remember the last time it rained. It has rained, but yes, I'm very glad that it wasn't raining either. The free day was excellent. It might have backfired a little bit on the other days, because everybody came on the Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were a little bit quiet. So it was a great experiment. I'm interested to see what they do for next year. Are they going to do that again? I think they need to tweak the show just a little bit. Still think perhaps the ticket prices are a little bit pricey. I think it was $20 in advance, $30 at the gate. People look at it in, is it of value? You know, is that ticket price of value? What am I getting for it? In the past, the African Festival of the Arts gave a great entertainment. I've been there when James Brown was performing, so fantastic entertainment. Not so much these days. So the value of that ticket is not what it used to be. So again, I think the ticket price needs to be tweaked a little bit, or there needs to be something that people feel that they're getting value for money. So there needs to be better entertainment or something else that people get with that ticket price. That is just my opinion. Okay. What else do I need to say about the show? All in all, I think the African Festival of the Arts did an excellent job with social media. They had people coming around videoing and photographing many booths, and I kept seeing it pop up. So I think that I will give them a definite thumbs up on that. They did an excellent job and getting better with social media. Just the small little things that need to be tweaked, and the show can rise again, and it can continue and be great like it used to be. What else? I think that's all I need to say about that show. One thing I'll point out, ladies, baseball hats. Please don't make that part of your uniform as you get older. Step into the uniqueness of who you are and stay individual and stay current. Just stay current. The baseball hat, my opinion, is not flattering to women. I believe if you're just wear a different hat. That's all. I saw so many ladies who just made that part of their uniform and just gonna pop that on and just keep it moving. Try something different, experiment. Again, be in the fullness of who you are as a feminine woman or as a woman, whatever you're feeling about yourself. My opinion, a baseball hat is not it. Okay? All right, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. Let me talk about next week before I continue. Next week, Lavalais will not be here. He is doing a show in Wichita, Kansas. I believe it's a new show for him. So if you're in the area, and we'll throw up on the Facebook page later on this week, we'll throw up which show it is exactly, but he will be there. And if you're in the area, if you want to take a trip to Wichita, Kansas, that's where he will be. Saturday and Sunday of next week. I believe Friday is setup day. So next Friday, I will be here holding it down. I'm going to do a little something with hats, maybe some special prices on some end of summer hats. And I'm going to have a jewelry guest or two. And again, we will throw that up on the Facebook page and Instagram page so that you will know what's coming. But check me out next Friday, this same time. And yeah, I think you'll be in for a treat. And we'll be some special prices on some hats and some jewelry from some designers. Can't quite say who it is yet. It might be one, it might be two. But again, we're going to put that up on the Facebook page. So keep your eyes open for our posts, and make sure you share whatever you see, because we need you. And that's the bottom line. We definitely need you to continue to support us and continue to just give us love. We're giving love to you. Give us love back. Well, I think that Lavalais is back. Here we go. Hey,
I think I'm live. I'm not sure.
Lavalais is back.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me
so
kill my phone.
I know that you probably heard everything that I had to say.
Am I back?
You are back, yes.
Oh, okay. I can't hear you, so let me.
We can
I'm
hear
still
you.
missing a part here. Go ahead.
We can hear you.
Give me 1 second.
I know it must be difficult with the sound, particularly since the power has been off for a minute. But we've grabbed him. We've got him back on, so he should be here now. Are you there?
Yeah, I think I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I know you heard me talk about my opinion of the Chicago show. Love to hear yours.
Well, I did not hear you talk about the show. I have been dealing with the moment right before the show was supposed to come on. My electricity got just turned off. I mean, they just cut it off, and they were working on the line, so but they got it back up. I'm up. So, but I did miss I basically missed everything that you had to say because I was trying to get back on. But if you want to know,
we can review a few things. I was talking about the heat, and I was talking about how Free Friday was great. It might have backfired on us a little bit with the with Saturday and Sunday being a little bit slower than normal. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I pretty much experienced that same thing where I thought after Friday's show, I was hyped. I was super hyped. Because I was like, oh man, 4 days of this and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hyped after that free day because the free day was really, really great. And I got a chance to see people I hadn't seen in many years that came out, and they all were purchasing also because by the time they get to my booth, they either have a bag in their hand or they have a piece of artwork in their hand, something. And most people had bags in their hand probably by the time they got to me on Friday. And I was real surprised. An explosion of customers that I hadn't seen before that, purchased things from me on that particular Friday, 4 and 5 items at a time. So I was like really, I was really thrown away by that and was expecting that for the rest of the week or weekend, should I say. And then that next day it fell off like you dropped off a mountain or something. And it's like, what happened, Okay. So, and that was Saturday and Sunday were kind of like that. And then Monday, of course, by the evening, it had picked up and made a show out of the whole thing. Between the 4 days, I pretty much made a show out of it. So I was okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that, because Friday was free, you got everybody on Friday and it might have hurt the other days, let's say, because everybody came on one day. So it was an interesting experiment that they did. And I'm interested to see whether they're going to do it next year, because it was busy on the one day. And then you have that 3 other days that were a little lackluster. But again, we had such hot weather. It was very, very hot.
Yeah, and Patrick came by. I don't know if he came by your booth, but he was doing a little tour, basically. And so
for those that don't know, can you tell people who Patrick is?
Oh, Patrick is the person who puts on the show, who started the show some time ago. He's been in charge of the show ever since. I think he has sort of like a board of directors now and a whole host of other people that do things. But there's been 2 major players in the production of the African Arts Festival in Chicago, and that's Patrick, I can't remember Wotar. Patrick Wotar, and the other guy is Abdul, who does the coordination for the vendors. So Patrick did come around, which is he usually makes a trip around. I remember one year it was with Lori Lightfoot. They came by the booth, but when he came around, I told him, I said, well, Friday was great, and you need to find out however you're going to get those people to come back that came on Friday. You need to make that the thing that you need to be able to try to do. So, I see Zanetta saying that they were, probably last weekend of summer vacation, holiday weekend. But Zanetta, it's a festival that's been going on for 30 years or more. This is not the first time that they've had this festival. And the issue within the past couple of years has been the price at the gate. Because it's primarily an art show and it has entertainment. And this year's entertainment were at least Freddie Jackson and Cameo. So Freddie Jackson was on Friday and Cameo was on Monday. So there were some people that came out for that entertainment, but most people come there for the art and for purchasing the art. So, and if you don't have the people coming in that can purchase the art, then it's just not going to happen. And I think for Ella and I and a couple of the other people that have been going there for many, many years, we kind of have somewhat of a following. So we were able to survive because people do turn out for us. So that's a very good thing. But the other vendors, if they don't make money, then they don't come back either. You know, same with the food. It was just a horrible. Um, it was a horrible thing with the food this year. There was really no food.
I did not check out the food. I brought my own food in every day, so I didn't even make it over to the food court for two reasons. One, I'm too far away from the food court to leave my booth and go get food. And two, I was a little bit disappointed last year, so I didn't want to have that disappointment. So I just brought my own food in every day.
Well, I mean, they tried to improve it, but it was an improvement. They had maybe 6 or 8 trucks that were there, and plus some other stuff. But I tell you, all the food that we had, we kind of didn't appreciate it at all. And that was all the members that were with me. You know, it was 4 people with me, and none of us sat down. So we had to go outside to find food in order to be able to have, you know, food that was really comfortable. So
with any show, you have your ebbs and your flows, and you know, ups and downs. And this still is it's going back up. I did say that I thought the social media was excellent. I think they did a really good job with social media, photographing and videoing a lot of the artists and putting it on their Instagram and Facebook pages. The ticket price, there has to be value for money. In the past, like you said, you would have great entertainment and people look at that. And so now for $20 in advance, $30 on the day, it has to be something of value. Like, what are they getting from it? So perhaps that needs to be tweaked for future years.
Yeah, I kind of talked to them. I mean, like I said, I did talk to Patrick a little bit, and then I talked to Art, who's what's his name? Abdul's right. Yeah, Abdul's right hand man. So and I was telling him, I mean, hey, come on, we went up from $600 to $800 for our festival price. And that's been for how long have we been doing it? And that's what we've been paying. Why shouldn't they have gone up on our end and charged us a lot more and be able to take in a little bit less at the gate? And this year they were also able to bring in sponsors. And that's what they should feed on, because I don't know. I mean, to me, they just killed the festival when they started raising the prices and not giving people the entertainment that they used to have. Like, I mean, James Brown and Ali Kijo, and you know, Oscar Brown Jr. and the Brown family performed there. You know, it was just like great entertainment, and it didn't cost very much of it.
Right. Just, again, tweak it a little bit. Look at the numbers, tweak it. But then, like I said earlier, these are just our opinions. These are just our opinions that we are giving. I see a comment from Cynthia. She's asking you.
Yeah, well, I wanted to answer that, and that was Jocelyn Woodson from out of Kansas that was in my group that had the paintings. And
okay, I think we might have lost him again a little bit. And he was answering that question, Cynthia, Jocelyn Woodson out of Kansas. I think he might be back again. Here we go. Lavalais, are you there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think because of the storm that is in his area, it is affecting his signal. And so we might not get a clear response from him every single time. Teresa comments, Jocelyn's artwork was amazing. Glad I made it. Okay, wonderful. Did anyone purchase? Cynthia, Teresa, did you purchase something from Jocelyn? And do you have favorite artists out there that you purchase from? or is it a show that you just love to come and see all the amazing creativity? Would love to hear that.
Am I okay back now?
Yes, you are. Yeah. So we just covered that it was Jocelyn that was there, and people were hoping that she'll come back.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she comes back also. I was really surprised by the artists that were there. I mean, LaShawn Bill was back there. Joyce was there. I know Helen the Hatmaker was there. We had Robbie there, and of course Aaron came in from Unities.
We also had Frank Frazier was there.
Oh yeah,
very
that was
well-known artist. Yeah, and also Stuart McLean, who was the featured artist for the show.
Yeah, but one of the people that I did miss, and was in my area. There's Dana. Dana always is across from me with the double booth. And this year there was no Dana.
Oh, she didn't do the show.
She did not do the show. She
was because I saw her, but I thought she had a booth. Okay.
Yeah, there was no booth. As a matter of fact, they took her booth away and took one of the booths away and put somebody else in the other part. So that was a little strange for me. I was like, wow. Okay.
Interesting. And then also normally across from me is Jimmy King. And Jimmy King was not there this year either.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen on social media, he is having a big event at his store in DC, and he's closing his store in DC. So maybe that needs a lot of attention to get ready for that.
Yeah, but there were a lot of artists that were there that just aren't usually there that were really helped made that show. So it's really
yeah. But all in all, I think it was worthy of being there. Struggled through the heat and the dust, but always love being in Chicago. I really do. It's one of my favorite cities, and the customers there are just so lovely. So thank you for Chicago. Thank you.
Yeah, I did go get a chance to go get my Reuben.
Oh, you did? Okay. Favorite food.
Yeah, I took my crew with Carl was also traveling with me, you know Carl. So I had Carl and Jocelyn and Lavonda and my nephew, and so there was 5 of us. So we went to Chicago Diner for dinner after we set up on Friday, and I don't think that my nephew realized that it was a vegan.
Oh,
restaurant.
it was that good. He didn't realize while he was eating it.
Yeah, he didn't. Well, he didn't realize that it was a vegan restaurant. And he ordered a chicken fried steak, and I was trying to tell him, I was like, "No, you're not going to enjoy that," you know. But yeah, you know, he was stubborn, so he went on and ordered the chicken fried steak. But it's a diner, and you should. And if you ever go there, don't order anything like that. You know, order the burgers or the sandwiches, the fries. You know, those are really the good things. And the milkshakes are like out of this world.
Okay.
I had the Reuben sandwich and fries and a milkshake, and it was just like.
I will check it out next time I'm in Chicago. It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it's really it's worth the trip to go there and you know, be fooled by the food that you eat.
Okay. So I know you're not going to be here next Friday. Did you get a hold of the show? What show are you doing next week?
It's called Art in Autumn, and it's in Wichita, Kansas, and it's next weekend.
Okay. And it's Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, Friday evening opens up, and then there's Saturday and Sunday show.
Okay. So
closes early evening about 6 o'clock or so.
If you're in the area, or if you know have a friend in Wichita, Kansas, please share with them Lavalais will be there showing his work, and a lot of bamboo, correct? You're taking?
Yeah, I kind of I'm really happy with what's going on with my new work, and so I'm going to present a lot of things that are totally just in line with that particular art. Some of the things about the art shows are different from the other shows.
Okay, I think we might have lost him again. This might be a theme this evening, but again, he has storms in the area in Louisiana, and so we keep losing Lavalais this evening. But I think he said Art for Autumn is the name of the show in Wichita, Kansas, and hopefully he'll come back in a second. I do see him. Just waiting for him to join the room again.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep knocking me off, and Zeke's not telling me to refresh my page, so I don't know what it is.
I think it's just the weather in your area, probably.
More than likely. So I'll say my little part quick.
Say it quick before you get bumped off again.
Yeah, so I'm kind of working with the bamboo quite a bit. So, and when you do an art show, you kind of want to do one particular item, one particular thing that's reflective of you. And so I'm doing basically more bamboo than I normally show at another show, because at the other shows I show a lot of metal and cultural things that mean a lot to me. So, you know, I'm gonna try a new little journey here and see what happens with the art market.
Okay, well, I hope you post some pictures. I'm sure Lavalais will on the Facebook page. There'll be at least one picture from the show. And I will be here next Friday without my co-host, but I do have a guest coming on, and it will be jewelry. So we'll post again on the Facebook page who the guest artist is going to be. And I'm going to show some hats and give some like little special prices kind of for the end of summer. Okay, so that's next Friday.
Yeah, and I'll be back the weekend after that, and I'm going to have some new things for you guys also.
Awesome. All right, so have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Whatever you're doing, have fun out there. Enjoy it. It's the end of summer. Those hot days are slipping away, so get the most of it.
And again, to all those people in Chicago that I didn't get a chance to say hi to, hello to you. And I know a lot of you are watching, because a lot of people come up to me and say, "Hey, I watch you on the show." Right. But they never say anything. So I said, "Well, why don't you just let me know who you are and say something, and then I could be responding to you a lot better." But you know,
that's okay. That's okay. I think also people watch it after the fact. So yeah, and
yeah. So
yeah, and remember, you know, if you missed anything, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube or the Facebook page. And again, you can also share, because that video stays up for forever or for a very, very long time, but it stays up. All right.
Oh, there I go again. All right. So I'm going to say good night on that one.
All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Good night.
Good night.